So this happened when I was 11 years old in the 6th grade and when I listened to my teacher. But one day I was on my 6th period, which is gym, and we do some laps. Then when we get to the end, we make a turn and then there's this big fence. And when I was running, I saw a 30-year-old guy waving. He had a weird grin, but I can't tell who he was waving at, so I kept running. Gym was over, so I packed up and was getting ready to go home when I was going to the gate in front. When I left, the same guy was still there. He was looking directly at me, but he was not grinning anymore. He was smiling now. So I started to speed walk because I was starting to get scared. After I got far from my school, I turned back and was relieved to see that the guy wasn't there anymore. I continued to walk home, but as I was walking, a blue car pulled up to me and rolled his window down a little bit. I could not see his face, but I could hear his voice. He said, "You look like a nice kid and very smart." I just smiled and said, "Thank you very much." Then he said my full name. I was shocked. I asked him how he knew my full name, and then he rolled his window all the way down. And it was the same creepy guy. He had got back his creepy grin this time. So I ran and then I turned back. His car was just sitting there, and I was only 5 minutes away from home, so I kept on running until I reached it. After I made it home, I was sweating, my hands were shaking. Then I went outside and locked all my doors and all my windows. Then I went to sleep in my bed. I woke up and went to see what time it was. It was 11:32 p.m. and I was quite thirsty. I wanted to get a cold water, so I got up and went to go and get a water. By the time I reached the fridge to get a cold water, I heard a knock on the door. I went to look out the window to see who it was, and when I looked out the window, what I saw shocked me. It was a smiling guy again. This time, he was holding something in his hand. I couldn't quite make out what he was holding because the lights were off outside. I then thought I was going to faint, so I ran as fast as I could to my mum and dad's room. I tried and I tried, but the door was locked, so I banged so loud that they got really mad at me for waking them up. I then told them that there was this creepy guy outside the house, so my dad went to investigate. I then stayed with my mum during my dad went to check, and by the time he came back, he said he had saw nothing. I was about to say something to tell him that I'd heard it, but then he heard a sound, so he went to check again. Then I heard a big screech, so my mum went to call the police. They arrived within minutes. My dad was still holding the man down. I then knew what he had been holding the whole time. He was holding a large kitchen knife and was ready to break into my room window. The police then arrested him and took him away. After 2 desperate days, the police finally gave the information to my dad about what had happened 2 nights before. My dad soon after told me the guy had been stalking me. Every time I walked home from school, he watched me in my window. I tried to tell my friends what had happened, but they don't believe me. But I'm 14 years old now. And what would have happened if I kept sleeping and did not tell my dad? The guy could have broke through my window and killed me. Thank you for watching, guys. And if you want me to do some more stories, then just tell me and I'll do them. Please subscribe, give it a like, share with a friend, and click that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.